G'day, it's Mark here at K-technik here at Combi Life today with Cameron.
There you go.
And we've just completed yet another of the new K-technik Auxiliary Heater systems driven by a diesel furnace under the vehicle.
So we have here the intake for the exterior of the van. We have the fuel pipe here, which goes into the fuel tank here. So when you refuel the van, it will be also fueling up the fuel supply for the diesel heater as it uses the same tank, so there's no need for an external tank. So your fuel pump here goes into the furnace. The furnace has a glow plug, which then heats up and then ignites the fuel, which then heats up the cabin. So we've also got the muffler right here, which is your exhaust, pumping out obviously all the fumes, muffled, everything, so it's nice and quiet. We've then got these really, really nice cabin intake here. So this will be in your footwell of the cabin. This will be pulling in the fresh air from the cabin, going through your furnace. And then you have your heated air coming out of here into the cabin in the B pillar.
Cameron, what are some of the prerequisites for this installation?
So the 160 K-technik power station.
That's the underseat power station.
Yes, correct.
That's a lithium ferrous phosphate 4 unit.
Yep.
How does that charge?
Off of a DC-DC charger. So this one has a 50 amp Red Arc Classic, but we normally use a Red Arc Alpha 50, recommended due to the chargeback features and solar features. So we'll show you how this works. So it's very simple, just pressing the on button. You have all your modes. So you have your heating mode, you have your ventilation mode, you have your service side of stuff, and you have your 3 presets. So we'll go into the heating mode now. So here is your time. So you can either have it constantly on, or you can set it for like 120 minutes or however long you'd like. So we'll just go for the testing purposes, infinite. Then you have here L10, 9, 8, 7, and so forth. So
it's now starting up.
So now it's starting up. So 10's obviously the highest heat.
We're going to need that today, Cameron. It's 35 degrees here today in the workshop. If we set it down to L1, it probably won't do any work. Because we would have no work to do.
Yep. So as you can see, it has an ambient air temperature here.
34 degrees.
34 degrees.
Inside this van already. So we have just been testing the heater as well, by the way. But it is a hot day here today in the summer. But this customer's getting ready for winter. So thank you, Cameron, for showing us the operation. Now, what's going on here with the actual heating output and some of that function, as we discussed just a moment ago, that underseat power station is powering the furnace underneath its glow plugs to get this furnace underway. It'll draw quite a high amount of energy from the power station for only a few minutes, though. Could be 10 or 15 amps or so to get the glow plugs all fired up, get the furnace running. And then that is going to settle down to just a 1 or 2 amps, very low power mode, just to operate the fan. I can feel that fan here. So there's a fan in the furnace underneath pushing out the hot air through the OEM corner unit here in the B pillar, and another unit here. And then there's cabin air intake, as we discussed just a moment ago, in that right-hand side footwell, in this case the driver's footwell. And that is going to very quickly heat up this cabin. This vehicle is equipped with an elevating roof, but again, this whole cabin will heat up very quickly. Our customers find 10 or 15 minutes of operation is more than enough to have a nice, cozy cabin. Cameron, I sort of live in a pretty cold environment. Can I get this going before I even get out of bed?
Yes.
How?
Yes, you can. So on here, you can set with the presets. You can set timers. So you can set.
So a day of the week, can I? And
so you can set a day of the week.
And a time of the day. So I can set 6 a.m. Wednesday morning, it'll come on.
Correct.
Now, I forget to do that sometimes the night before. So I'm lying in bed, the frost is outside, I'm going to drive to Combi Life. There's another way I can get it going from inside.
So there's a remote. Everything that you can do off the screen can all be done off of the remote as well.
So I can just literally turn it on.
Yes, correct.
So I can sit inside, make my cup of tea, turn it on.
Yep.
And then by the time I get out, the frost is off the van, the ice is off the windscreen, and I can drive off.
Yes.
So that's pretty cool. That's been approved for Australia as well, that remote. So that's a very nice additional feature of the K-technik Auxiliary Heater system. We recommend to run the heater technically every month. If you don't do it every month, it's not a problem, but it's strongly recommend just to run the system once a month to keep it in good condition. That's the service recommendation. It's just to run it once a month for a few minutes, just to keep everything lubricated and fuel flowing and so on. And we can't run out of fuel by operating the diesel heater. So I don't operate the diesel heater for 10 days in the snow and then can't drive off, because it will not allow the tank to run dry, correct?
Yes.
So that's another good backup feature. So Cameron, thanks very much for showing us this installation. If you want to know more about the K-technik systems, don't forget to like and subscribe. Click the bell for the updates as they come through, and keep an eye out for more K-technik goodness coming through.